This assignment has a little bit of everything with lots of options from painting to drawing. The first thing you need to do is think about your favorite recipe and write down the ingredients. My recipe is Cioppino, which is seafood stew. I needed to do research for each of my ingredients. So I just searched on the internet for different images for shrimp, clam, mussels, olive oil, tomatoes, celery, fennel, and garlic, bay leaf. And then I also snuck in the accompaniment of crostini soaked in butter. Stop your video and next to each ingredient, draw a small thumbnail sketch. Want to slow down and find the images that fit that design that you're thinking of, and do lots of thumbnail sketches until you get the ingredients where you want them. The thumbnails of each of your ingredients, you want to think about how to display your recipe in action. So I was looking for my flavors of all these ingredients to be wafting up out of the bowl and up into the air. So you can copy my idea, or maybe you want to put everything into a mason jar. You think about how you want your ingredients to look. This also is the most important stage, because now you're deciding how your images will look and fit in the format, whether it's a sketchbook page or a piece of cardboard or a 48 by 24 inch piece of plywood like you see me use here in this video. Okay, to recap, you have your list of ingredients with images, and then you work out a design, how you want the final product, the final image to look in your sketchbook or a piece of cardboard or plywood, whatever you're using. So take some time and get it the way you want it in a small format, and then you're ready to start painting. Side note, before you begin, you'll see that I'm painting over an old painting. Paint in or draw in the areas of where your objects will go. So you can see that I'm using the purple paint to start with and just putting in those blobs. And I want very fluid, a very carefree type approach, because I want these objects to look like they're flying. Keep in mind, I'm painting on a 48-inch tall by 24-inch wide piece of plywood. So I am going in with a 3-inch roller and just working very loosely. Okay, so now I've got an idea of where the objects go. I started with a purple paint, and then I finished out the background. Now I'm using a 1-inch brush and just quickly putting in the space where each of those objects will go. It was nice to see the use of the white to help define the different areas, but still keeping things loose. And now I'm coming back in with the oranges and reds and greens, and just color adjusting and trying to just figure out how this is going to look together as a whole. It's easier to work with colors and trying to tie in the color palette to make everything work together and go together when you stay loose. So please, at this point, still stay loose. So what I do, I placed my iPad that had my iPad drawn image. I'm using Adobe Fresco, the free version, and I have it off to my left, so you can see my head kind of turning to the left. So I'm referencing my drawing or my thumbnails as I go. So what you see now, I'm going into the background, so I'm blocking in the background, and I'm using the different colors of blue to try to get a kind of a steam coming up from the soup, as well as I'm able to define each of the objects from the negative space to the background side. And so this is a really nice way to work as well, so working on the background shape. And finally, I'm coming in with my calligraphy brush and using just straight black paint and defining each of my objects. All right, here we go. We're just keep defining the edges. We're working on the bowl and the crostini garlic that are off to the lower left. And do stop every once in a while and back up and look at your artwork from another perspective. Walk away from it, turn it upside down, look at it from different angles so you can see it from a different point of view. Okay, heading down the final stretch, adding shadows, highlights, midtones, etc. Depending on what kind of look you're looking for. If you're looking for something like hyper realistic or something a little more cartoony, which is the case with mine, as you can see the heavy outlines, etc. So those are all design decisions that I made in the beginning of kind of what kind of style I was looking for in my work. All right, we just keep working away and adding things, resting, stepping back from your work, reevaluating. Right now, I am working on the spoon and the plate underneath the bowl. I kind of went through some transition of away from my original ideas, but I'm pretty much like the direction it went. I'm not planning on having this to be a piece of fine art that hangs in a gallery. Just a fun assignment to practice design, illustration, and really about staying loose and working towards the details. A fun assignment. I do hope you are able to give it a try, whether you work into a small sketchbook or a large piece of wood or a piece of cement. I don't know. You can put your artwork wherever, anything that will hold paint. So good luck, and I'd love to see a photo of your work if you'd like to share it with me.